And welcome back to another episode as we continue on with our playthrough. So let's go ahead and take a look over here at this Turkish front. We need to adjust a few things. First of all, we don't want to be keeping these tanks over here if we can help it. Let's call all of the tanks that we have and bring them back over there. And make sure that they are using the rails to get out of there as quickly as possible. We don't want to be losing supplies. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take out one of these infantry armies, and we'll leave one over there to help clean up that pocket. And I think we'll just take the blue army here and have them come over to this order. And then we'll just get rid of this over there. We'll keep these divisions here. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do something like this. Just keep those units there to hold that line there. Okay, so we need to do a few things over here. We need to get ready for a naval invasion of the UK. So let's take this army here. We're going to have them train up a little bit more, but we're going to go ahead and set up the naval invasion orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one into Portsmouth. We're going to do, let's see, one into Dover. And we're going to do one over here into Hastings. One into that dockyard there next to London. Another into Ipswich. And one more here on the other side of Dover. And so overall this should be plenty good to get some kind of landing. That is the hope anyway. Okay, that's right. So we don't have the units to be able to do all of those. So we're gonna do one over here instead. So we're gonna have to send them back to a fallback line over here so that we can reallocate it. And then this one can go here as well. Okay, then we have 3 going there. So let's just have one go there, and then this one can go up here. It's a little bit risky, but we should be able to get a landing made. They have a lot of units dedicated into Africa. That being said, the UK does have some new mechanics in the latest update that make it a little bit harder to make a landing on the UK. So we do have to be a bit cautious of that. Okay, so we're going to bring our tanks, this tank army over here, to the nearest port, so that if we do get a landing, we can get over the channel. The other thing, and I think we don't have any planes in the sky right now, which is what we want. But we are going to have to reallocate some of these planes. So we can move some over there. Yeah, there's just too many planes here. Some will have to go here. And we'll kind of go back down to speed 3 and get things sorted out here. These planes aren't needed over here anymore, so we can bring them back over here. Actually, no, we can bring the naval bombers back. We can bring the naval bombers back because they don't need to be over here. But the close air support and air superiority fighters we can bring over here to cover over this region, help us clean up that pocket. These as well, we can do that over here, I guess. Okay, so that should get those naval orders planning for this army group. We're going to want to put this marine group into this general, this field marshal. So some units are going to move around here. Let's get everything sorted out and ready. And we'll want to do things kind of quickly. The other thing we're going to want to do is get our ships moved over. So these guys are still stuck here, unfortunately. We still have our submarines. We're going to bring the submarines over here. Bring these strike groups over here. These guys, where are they? That's right, we were training these guys up. We can throw them into that group. And was this a level 3 destroyer? That's down here. So we'll put it into that group. Okay. We don't really need anything, but we'll put that guy on. Okay. So we'll get those ships moved down. Get all these units moved to where they need to be. And I believe we still do have those. Did we ever make those cannons? I can't remember. It's been forever. So I think it would be in this menu. Yes, these. Is it only 2 that we have? We have this one. So we have those 3. We'll want to point those at the UK when we do get ready to make a landing. Okay, so let's take a look at our planes. So we have 3 here that we want to move out. Let's put them there. We need to move 3 out of these. No, these. That's right. It's almost easier to just do this. Just to split it up with the hotkey rather than scrolling through the huge air groups. Okay. So we'll want the naval bombers over the fighter wings. Okay. We can bring some of the close air support a little bit closer. Now the close air support can also do naval bombing, which is good. We bring these guys forward. These guys can come forward as well. Okay. So, and also, how long do we have for this naval invasion? So we'll want to get our next focus should be Operation Sealion. As we kind of get ready for this, we still have the cipher for the UK, I believe. So we'll want to turn that on as well. We should also be able to blitzkrieg. The other thing we're going to want to do is start building intel in here as quickly as possible, just to get that intel advantage on the ground where possible. So we're bringing those units back. Okay. So yes, this should be done in 21 days. Okay, we gotta build a little bit more. We could build up more air bases, anti-air, stronghold network. Let's do the radar over here. Any air bases that need upgrading? No, I think we should be okay for this. Could build more nuclear reactors. Do it around here. State and land over there. That's gonna help us build some nukes. So, or is this? Yeah, those are nuclear reactors, not facilities. We build in the Danish territory. They have a high build speed. Okay, so how many ships and everything do they have now? They have 6.9k ships. They have 152, 6.9k planes, 152 ships. We have more ships than them, though more of them are not surface fleets. We have more submarines. They have almost no submarines. So that's important to keep in mind. Let's go and give our guy here a trait. Okay, we already all have all the Silent Hunter traits. Yeah, none of these would be any use for him. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. We can attack into here, hopefully destroy these units. Again, that'd be over 50 British divisions if we get this destroyed. The supply is just so bad over here, and there's not really anything we can do about it. Okay, so we can go ahead and get Operation Sealion. So when this completes in 35 days, we'll have invasion penalty reduction, shore bombardment bonus, invasion preparation speed. We won't really need that because we'll be done by then. But we meet the manpower requirement. Well and truly meet the manpower requirement. It's not even close. So let me just think. We'll get air superiority over the UK. We'll make a landing with the Marines and then tanks and then infantry where we need. We'll get the Blitzkrieg bonus when we make the landing. I'm just thinking if there's anything I'm forgetting. We'll break the cipher. Let's see, what about these traits? No, nothing new here that we need. We can point the cannons at the UK as well. We'll set the fleets to do naval invasion support, so we get the shore bombardment bonus for the landings. And I think that's it. Yeah, we should be good. Let's get the advanced large airframes. And we got some more units here we can throw into here. I'm actually just going to start disbanding these units we get for extra supply and stuff like that. Get the Marine 3s, so our Marines will have the maximum bonuses, which is excellent. Let's get the night vision. That is one thing I want to check. I want to take one last look at our templates for our actual Marines. Make sure they're good to go. We got 30 width, got all the support groups. They look to be all filled out. This will be a good test of the helicopter brigades and all that. We'll want to, even though we can't invade with these guys, we'll want to definitely bring them over when we make the landing. So we'll bring them a little closer here so they can get to the port quicker. Because we have plenty of units over here, but we'll want to support these units a little bit faster. Who do we have unassigned here? These units. Okay, so we did get that pocket cleaned up. I'll actually want to check the casualties on that. I'm sort of curious. Let's get these units moved over here. Get back over here so they're not starving of supply. Alright, so I want to check our intel over the UK. It's going up. As you can see, we can see their units now, which is good. So we'll kind of know what they have. We get this cipher school. Just gonna dismiss these. Got some more units. We'll just disband those. What do we have dedicated over here? This is just the divisions we've gotten freed up from Iran. We are being attacked here. I don't really care too much if we get pushed back here, as we're, invading their homeland. So the more troops they dedicate to the Middle East and Africa is going to be better for us. So we have this done. We're not going to start our invasion until we get the bonuses from this. So let's take a look at our production while we're waiting on that. Everything looks pretty good. We can start converting from stockpile any old stuff like that. We can actually get rid of this because we have a train production line I didn't realize. And that'll, have a much higher production bonus. Let's see, we got our bombers here. Making plenty of ships. Let's make sure we're not making an infinite amount of these. Just stagger it a little bit. We can make less convoys. And let's see. So what do they have over there right now? They have about... These must be our allied fighters because we don't have anything over there right now. They have a few fighters over the sea. We actually have a few mines in the English Channel still, which is good. Those will help us out. Now for our mine fleets here, I'm thinking we might just roll these guys into our main fleet. No, actually I don't think there's any need for that. We actually have almost 100 ships in our main strike fleet. This has been building up really fast. So we're going to get a lot of resistance here in Dover. But we do have the most units going there from what it looks like, so we should be okay. That's the hope anyway. I don't think they have anything over here up in Ipswich. So that's good. But yeah, they do have plenty of units up here. So we are going to have to take this nice and slow. So we got Operation Sealion complete. This would be for Ireland. which I'm not going to worry about just yet. As for our next focus, we're going to get maybe Plan Z, maybe experimental rotorcrafts. Get the nuclear research speed. Africa Corps, salvaged equipment. Just seeing what else I might want. Don't want to get any more war goals right now. Land auction costs, manpower, research mode. Let's go and get this 35 days. Okay, so we are ready now to get this going. So let's first put our fleets out. We're going to do naval invasion support here. We're going to do mine lane. We actually set these guys to convoy escort. Just temporarily. We're going to do convoy raiding over the English Channel. We don't need to cover this sea region. And that should be good. We're going to set these guys to engage at high risk. Engage at high risk. Well, we'll do medium risk for these guys. Oh, we don't want these guys to engage though. Do not engage. All right. So we'll let that unpause for a moment. Let's get our planes over. So how do we want to do this? We want to make sure we have air superiority over here. And let's do more on this. Let's get these fighters over. There's close air support, so we'll put that over there. Well, let's dedicate the actual naval bombers. Well, let's just hold off on the close air support until we get all of the specific naval bombers over the English Channel, because they're specifically dedicated for that. We've got close air support and strategic bombers, all of which can go over here and do port strike. They can only do close air support and strategic bombing anyway. We got these close air support. We'll want to... These guys don't have much range, so they're not going to be much help. So we're just going to set these guys specifically to doing that. Well, I guess we'll have to set some of them to do close air support. So any that can do close air support we'll do over the UK. Any that can do naval strike will go over there. We're going to do more ground crews for both of these regions. These fighter wings can go there. More fighter wings. These guys can go over the English Channel. These guys can go over the Channel. These guys have a huge range. Go over the UK. More close air support. Naval strike. Fighter wings over there. We'll swap some of these over from naval strike. We just want a good mix. So we have some close air support, some naval strike. Like that. That should be a good mix. I mean, 3,000 close air support is really good. Let's do supply as well, since we can. We'll set them to specifically do close air support. I feel like we had more fighters. That's kind of the only 4,000, almost 5,000 fighters. Seems like not that much, but they are really good fighters, so we should be okay. Some transport wings there. We do have some of our fighters over here. We can get these guys moved over, so we'll put them... Where do we have room for 500? We'll do this. Do naval strike there. Let's get our ships and everything into position. Let them get ready for what we're about to do. Get everything engaged. Let's check the skies, see how we're doing. We've got naval supremacy, we've got air supremacy. And we've got our bonuses ready to go. I think we're ready to go ahead and launch our naval invasions. Alright, let's do it. Operation Sealion is a go. Let's go and break their ciphers as well. And let's get our cannons pointed at the UK as well. So we're doing barrage attacks on them. Is there any more cannons I'm forgetting about? So let's see. Can upgrade. I don't think we have any more large caliber guns. I think it's just those 3. Yeah. Alright. Barrage in the UK. We're making a landing. Let's do a force attack with our units. Okay. Currently losing here. We should have lots of advantage, but they do have forts there. Oh, we're so close. Everything's green right now. We've made a landing here. Let's assist in Dover since it needs the most help. We've made a landing there. Let's get our 1st Panzer Army in. We'll want to just send over the heavy tanks first so we don't drown out our army of supply and deprive them. But we'll want to get them over right now as quickly as we can. Made a landing there. Okay, now we can send the whole army. We should be fine. Didn't know if we'd manage to get the whole army over. Where are they going? I want to send them over into Portsmouth. I can't see the port icon. Hopefully they're heading over. Yep, there they go. We've landed in Dover. Let's get our... Okay, we might fail this invasion here. Let's bring all the Marines over. We can actually not worry about that. We'll pull out of there. We'll just focus on where we've actually landed, so we don't get pushed out. Oh god, oh god, oh god, we lost that port there. Our units did some dumb things. Yeah, look at the amount of units they've managed to create here. It's insane. So we got to be able to move quick here. Let's get this going on here. We're still green over the skies, so once we get our tanks into position, we should be okay. We just have to hold out and defend here. Get our org up. And hold what we got. But look at the amount of units they have. It's insane. Did we get the Blitzkrieg? Let's do campaign instructions. So we've got as many bonuses as we can here. Let's we need to expand this front out a little bit. So I'm just going to set these guys to push. And we're going to set the Marines to push as well. Just make some space for us so that we can make some maneuvers. Apparently one of our subjects... Okay, we're not worried about that. Just set one of our divisions there. We just need to make some space. Get our units over. Let's get the infantry units over. Let's see. Who do we want to move over first? Let's get these guys over. Just help hold the line. Move them over first. And the goal is just not to get overtaken. So we didn't circle these divisions. So we want to get them destroyed. We've taken London. We've seized some of their research. We want to get these guys. Let's move up here. No, we don't want them like that. Let's get over here. So the goal is to get over here to Wales and cut off a bunch of those units. We try to push over here. Let's get those units destroyed. We're going to get a lot of extra factories temporarily, so let's just assign them to guns and garrison. Let's just get this cleaned up. Okay, we got Bristol. Just move up through here if we can. Go through Cardiff. Take those ports. Got these guys cut off. Let's move up here and take Hull. Got the commercial nuclear reactor tech finished. Yeah, we're moving very quickly now. Just using the infantry to hold the line. Let's hold them there. Let's push up here to cut them off. Got some dockyards to assign as well. We'll just put them into convoys temporarily. And then we'll relook at our research in a little bit. So they didn't have nearly as many units here as I might have expected. There were a lot, but it is 1944, so you're going to expect some resistance. Not to mention they've been buffed in the latest update, so it's always good to be cautious. Let's get let's see, what do we want to get for our next tech. Let's get the improved infantry equipment, the final upgrade for the infantry equipment there. Let's come around here and encircle the remainder of these divisions. That'll be over 60 units encircled and destroyed. Yeah, that's insane. I don't even know if they have any more units. Let's just set an order like that and send them to go. Let's also assign our garrisons to defend this so that we're not getting naval invaded in the UK, because they will try and take it back, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly they will. So Ireland has capitulated to the UK, to Italy, which is excellent. So their naval invasion actually worked, since we were able to take the pressure off them. Let's go and check the casualties here. 4.11 million. So I don't remember if you know if you remember this, but last episode, or it might have been the episode before that, last time we checked it was around 700k, but that was after some things we had done in Turkey. It is now at 2.3 million, which is just insane. I mean, they aren't Soviet numbers. I mean, I think we ended up around 7 million with the Soviets, but the UK also just doesn't have as much manpower as the Soviet Union. All right, and there goes the UK. So we do need to do a few things. We're gonna have we still have some jobs for our Marines here. In today's episode, we're gonna do a naval invasion of Isle of Man. We don't need 10 units for that. We're gonna bring them over here. We can bring our tanks. We can leave our tanks here. That's okay. I don't mind that. As for this infantry, they can also stay here. Since we have plenty in Central Europe, we'll just put them like this. That's fine. That looks good to me. Panama joined the Allies. So that's alright. Okay, so we're going to do 4 naval invasions. Actually, we need to do 5, from what it appears. I want to try and not modify an order. We gotta get up to Jan Mayen here, because Norway's still actually kicking up there. So we really don't need any specific amount on any of these areas, since I'm expecting no resistance. So I'm not really too concerned about dedicating too many divisions. We can do some of these guys. So anyone who's not assigned, we could just send these guys over here to clean up Northern Ireland, since apparently the Italians don't want to do that. Let's check our production. Let's do a few more on the light tanks there. We really have too much stuff. Oh, we can actually make our Reichskommissariat of Great Britain. That's really cool. But once we get the Faroe Islands back, we will be able to... Actually, we probably need to do this one here. I just don't want the UK to be around anymore. So that should be good. And this is just to get them out of Europe. We'll have to do Malta as well. But we'll come back to that. It doesn't really matter to us too much yet. Let's see. We got some new facilities, so we'll just have to assign the research for that. Let's get Werner Heisenberg on that. We'll do heavy water production. And after this is done, we'll be able to proclaim the new order. I don't think there's any reason not to do this. So we will go ahead and do that. That's going to help with our garrisons overall, so I have no issue doing that. Let's go on pause here. We'll need to set up our fleets a little bit differently, so we can pull them out of the English Channel. Assign these guys over here to the western approaches. And we'll need to get these guys over here, because we need to do strike force here, here, and here, here. To be able to do the naval invasions we need to do. We can set these guys to do mines, no engagement. We'll need to get some more planes overhead. So we do 700 planes over here. We'll do, let's see, how many is that? We'll just bring them over here like that. We'll have to see, we'll have to readjust some things. Something like that. Just want to cover all these regions that we can. And we'll just focus on naval bombing. Since that's all that really matters for the foreseeable future. Get some planes over here. Suez Canal's been blown, that's interesting. We need to split these guys up here. More of it there. Still have too many planes here. And that should be good. So some percentage of these guys cannot do what we need them to do, so let's have them do naval strike. Okay, we can do Operation Green. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? Ireland's already capitulated. So we'll need to fully kick everyone out of Europe in order to get that. Could get some more bonuses to our research, to our fleet. Let's get Plan Z. We can go ahead and do that. It'll give us some bonuses. We'll get some bonuses for the fleet. Why not? Why not? So if Italy would give this over to us, that would be nice. Let's see if we can get control over it once we take all this, because then we could hand that over to the UK administrative district and have more of a Reichs commissariat there. Okay, we only have 47% naval supremacy. Where? Okay. So we'll want to do some naval bombing. We don't need nearly as much. Anywhere we can naval bomb up here would be good. Don't need more oil. We can get the experimental rockets. Military, police. Let's get the field hospital 3s as our next thing. Just make sure we keep attacking there. I don't know. They have 75 ships here. So, I mean, we could just launch some of these. But, yeah, I mean, I'd like to be able to kick them out of all these ports. We could actually naval bomb it from Norway. No. Yeah, in fact, we'd have to build up some ability to do that. We could just launch one of these. They might have some ships here or something. So if we could land there, that might assist us. We can build an airbase there as well. So that would be very helpful. So just get them kicked out of here. Then we're going to ask for Italy to transfer over this territory. So we're going to ask for control state. And they accept our request. So we are now able to hand it over. We do control it. Or subject control of the highlighted states. I mean, we do. Oh, is it because of the Isle of Man? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So we can set these guys to attack there as well. That's right, the Isle of Man is probably where they're launching a lot of these fleets as well. So let's have these guys. Actually surprised we're not able to get this. No, that's part of the... Might have to actually put more divisions on that attack order, surprisingly. Let's get some air bases built. I've taken that, so we can get some infrastructure there as well. Seems a little silly to do all this just for these air bases, but we don't have anything better to build, to be honest with you. And it would be useful. Historically, that whole gap region is pretty important, so I'm fine with it. Let's get these guys moved back over to this order. We might be able to land after all. So we do have naval supremacy now, so we're actually going to launch all these orders. Just see where we can land. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. They are getting destroyed. They have no org, so... I think even though it says we're not doing as well as we are, I think the unit's going to get destroyed. Let's have these guys come over here. And we should be able to land once the unit's gone. Let's start building our cipher on the United States. That's our next most important target. So we're landing here. Should land on Iceland. Once we get the Faroe Islands, that's going to be really good for us, since we should be able to make take the new order decision, and we'll be able to give that district over to the UK. We haven't quite gotten over here yet. Our units are almost to Iceland, to Reykjavik. I just wanted to check on how we're doing on stability, war support. Seems like we're doing okay. So no big concerns there at the moment. Okay, we've landed on the Faroe Islands. Let's make sure that we're garrisoning any ports that we have, especially these islands, since you know the UK loves to land on any islands it can. We're attempting a naval invasion here. This might be unsuccessful. We may need more units for that. They actually have org in supply, so this one as well, from what it looks like. This one should be successful, since I don't actually know if they even have any units up there, but yeah, Iceland has a bunch of units there. Let's go and hand this over. We did land on the Isle of Man. Let's also make sure we garrison that port. Let's hand it over to the UK. So that looks good. Let's see. We did land on the Faroe Islands. I think it's... I don't really know what could possibly be stopping us from being able to take this decision. It says all owned states. All owned states fully controlled by the UK. I mean, I think that's true. I think we do own all the states, or do control all the states that we own directly. Maybe it's Iceland. No, it's not. Oh, it's Greenland. That's what it is. Okay, so I was misremembering. I thought it was just the Faroe Islands, but it is also the UK in Greenland that we do need to worry about. So we're gonna delete these orders because we're gonna need to reassign them. We'll attempt the UK one. These do not matter anymore. And we'll do a larger invasion of... Did we make this landing? Or did it cancel? Do we have naval supremacy here? Oh, it never launched. Because we don't have the range. Okay, so in order to get that, we're going to have to land on Iceland so we can kind of move our strike fleet over there. Okay, let's hold that attack. For simplicity's sake, we're going to take 8 units off of these Marines, because we can only naval invade with 10. So we'll just kind of simplify it with that. So let's see. Let's do naval invasion from the Faroe Islands. And we'll land on some adjacent tiles. Like that. We'll do 2 in... Let's see, we're going to have to assign them. We're going to have to assign them to a fallback line. Did we get rid of that invasion order? We did. Okay, so we'll do 2 here. 2 here. Let's do 1 up to Jan Mayen here. We'll do 3 units up into there. We'll do 1 unit here. And we'll do 1 more unit to the other side of Iceland. Like that. So we should be able to almost certainly get Iceland dealt with there. Let's go and move our submarines over. So let's get these guys moved up to this region. We'll dock them in the Scottish Highlands, since it'll be more needed there. We'll just wait for those invasion orders to complete. We can get some oil fields here. Why not? We can diversify our special forces. We can also do that. Don't have anything else to use the political power on, so I'm good with that. Let's see where the UK ended up with their fleet. 121. So they still have a sizable fleet, so they'll be out there. So anywhere they have a dockyard, we're going to need to contest and make sure that we kind of keep them from doing anything. But we have done a serious number on their fleets. We can check the casualties now, 2.5 million. So we killed another 200,000 since we last checked. Let's get the Kriegsmarine crafts. So still got some time to get this ready. The divisions have to get into position. We can upgrade this port actually. Should be helpful. We can also get an airbase there and even build up the infrastructure. Is that necessary? I don't really know if it's necessary. We can get these 8 units actually moved down to Italy because we can use them to invade the UK into Malta. And maybe some stuff in North Africa. I'm not really sure yet. Again, I'm not really sure how much I want to contest North Africa. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's train all active and commanding army. Okay, so that's just because he's a general. He's got general traits. So we got 21 days left on one of those. We're still getting those bonuses actually from Operation Sealion. They're not just on the UK, which is useful. Got raids available here. Some mine there, which is useful. So yeah, if we can get Greenland this episode, then we will actually be able to take the new order. And this is going to give us a lot of bonuses. We'll be known as the Greater German Reich. Berlin will be renamed to Germania. We'll add some victory points, and we'll get cores on some territory. I think North Slovenia is the only place we would get a core, not Ljubljana. But if so, then we could probably take it from him. I don't know if they'd give it to us. No, they refused. But that's all right. Okay, so let me see. What could do is we can get some close air support. Let's see, where are these guys? We can get some close air support over Iceland. Actually, we can't. It is not long enough range. Where's our newest CAS? Let's see. I mean, that's got okay range. That might be the highest range that we have. Yeah. Well, what is this actually? That's actually pretty good range. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one can reach. Bring him over here. No, I can't. That's unfortunate. We may as well go ahead and launch the naval invasion then. not much else we can really do. So may as well get stuck in up there. Try and take that territory. We do need to assign our submarines, though, to do convoy raiding up here. So we will go ahead and do that. Swiss Confederation would like us to, could help us trade gold. Yeah, why not? Make themselves useful to us. I'm good with that idea. I think that's actually a focus we can do. No, we already took that. So, I don't know. I thought we were already doing that. I think these are the Amtraks, which are pretty cool. Trying to see what else we could do. Rocket artillery, we could do purpose-built motor carriages. This would improve the super heavy artillery. It's anti-air. Actually, there's one thing I want to get. That's a modern tank chassis. And actually remind me, if I don't do it this episode, to start working on some of those policies with our extra political power. We probably should have done that, actually, with some of what we had there. Let's get the advanced air-launched torpedoes. And we can actually train up some more units, which we do need to do. We have plenty of material. So let's get as many Marines as we can, since we know those are going to be useful for the invasion of the United States. Might need some more garrisons, but I'm not convinced of that yet. Let's get some more motorized. We can probably get a full army of motorized, actually. We'll do that, and we can probably get some more medium tank divisions. Where are they? Up here. We get 6 of these. Let's use 12. And that'll be the units we train up, while leaving still a very healthy reserve of manpower. So we did land in Iceland here. Just take that all, and it looks like we should be successful on this landing. So Iceland has capitulated, which is excellent. Not so much as important as it is that we can get these units landed. And actually, I don't know if... Do we need to land on that side? Is there even a port anywhere? There's a port here. Okay. We could land and build a port too, though. I don't think the infrastructure is good enough for that. So let's try and land here then. We still have to go into that sea zone. Okay, that's what I thought. Historically, the eastern side of Greenland is not very hospitable, so that's kind of what I expected. We can land 3 divisions there, and we should be able to land there. Let's get our fleets moved up here so that we can reach that sea zone. And it looks like we can already just about reach it, so that's a good thing. So we'll be able to plan for that naval invasion in 25 days. And I'd like to get Greenland before the end of the episode. So we got that territory. We've kicked Norway out of there. Let's get the rest of these divisions up here. And also getting to Greenland will, of course, allow us to reach the U.S. It's probably the most direct route to invading the U.S. Go through here in Canada, through Quebec, into New England. Alternatively, we could go through the Caribbean, but that would also require us to go through either these islands or through Africa, which arguably is more of a slog. So this actually looks to be the most advantageous route for us. Yeah, we are getting pushed back here. But it looks like oh wow. This would be an amazing naval invasion opportunity. They have 40 units. That's like the entire Australian army. I mean, what? They have 74. They have 80 units. This is like the rest of the UK army. That's insane. I mean, if you landed in Port Said, you could cut off everything. Hold on. Let's see. We have 3 here. We could probably just do it with 1. Or 2, I mean. We'll do 2 units. That way we can dedicate this entire army to this. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's get these guys over here. Send them over. We should be able to... If we can... It looks like Italy has dedicated a lot of troops over here. If we can hold this before they get to Tel Aviv, then this is a major encirclement opportunity. I mean, absolutely insane what we'd be able to do. So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. Let's get the equipment updated. So we'll update our infantry equipment. Let's also get the mechanized swapped out with the mechanized 3. We do need to actually take a look at the medium template here now that we've finished up the Sealion. We're going to swap this over entirely to mechanized. So that'll be good to go. And that may require us to build more mechanized. Yeah, it will. But we can pull back on the trucks. So we'll be making plenty of that. Plenty of the mechanized there. And also check this and get some more stuff building wherever we can. Just any tile, honestly. Especially if it has good infrastructure. Even if we don't own it, it's honestly fine at this point. I mean, we have over 700 factories. I mean, we're kind of approaching the diminishing returns point. Okay. Let's go ahead and send those guys out. And these guys are coming over as quickly as they can. Yeah, this is this be really juicy if we can get it. It says they're under controlled forums. So they're heading out. And I guess the unit... Oh, this is the unit that's assigned to the order. Okay, so I guess we'll be landing with mainly 1 unit. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. That's okay. Spain's still holding on here, which is good to know. So we got these units over here. Insufficient naval supremacy. So how is the naval supremacy here? Ah, they have 44 ships. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I mean, I could just levy naval bombers over the Eastern Mediterranean. Do port strike. That's not really enough, is it? Alternatively, we could do paratroopers. Yes. We could do paratroopers. We could also try and fight our way through. It's not really advantageous to us. Yeah, paratroopers could work. But we don't have any over here. We could convert them over to paratroopers. I mean, I trained up these Marines, but we are training up more, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. Let's go and put them over to paratroopers. We'll set them into this airspace. We'll keep some as Marines because they're kind of strong units. Let's bring these fighters over here to help in the space. We'll actually need air supremacy there as well. And we'll need transport planes, so we'll take these guys over. We'll need more than that. They shouldn't be assigned. So I can't deploy them here. Okay. Where do I control directly that I can deploy them? That's closer. So scout planes, tactical bombers, transport planes. We'll want to get these guys out and bring them over here as soon as we can, anyway. So, oh, we have 2 transport wings here ready to go. So we'll bring those over. All right. Did we make a landing here yet? Not just yet. They're still going. They do have one unit there. We can do a force attack, maybe. It's definitely not in range. It's just such a huge region. The other unit is going, though, so he will have some support. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll set these guys. So we have 100 of them there. Let's get the improved transport planes. I don't really know if we'll be using that. Just trying to think what's useful to us now. Could get the anti-tank. We do have those on our infantry. Get the heavies. Let's get the advanced engines for our eventual modern tanks. We can go and set a policy, I think, for the fast tank designer here. So we can choose one here. Ruthless contracts, funds gain, production efficiency, reliability, armor welding, casting specialist, heavy gantry cranes, production efficiency, factory applied camouflage, breakthrough and defense. Let's get the production. No, I take that back because we have plenty. Let's just get the defense and breakthrough and make the tanks actually better. I think that's preferable. So these planes coming? I don't know if they are. They weren't. Okay, that explains it. Okay, so we are attempting a landing here. Let's do a force attack. And it is green. We're currently winning. I guess this is for the one of the bonuses we had from the Sealion thing. Let's get the logistic companies. Gonna need that if we're going into Canada eventually. Absolutely gonna need that. Okay, let's check our planes. We got 300 here. And we did deploy some more, so let's get another 100 planes. Just bring them over there. We're gonna want to help Italy by building up these air bases as well, so they're a little bit more useful to us. So let's just get, let's see, what is this? Western Balkans, Greece, Italy, Western Mediterranean. Oh, it's Argentina's invading. Okay, yeah, they did get that in the Mallorcas. Okay, we've landed here, so let's go here and let's set one unit over there, and that way we can hopefully get control of Greenland. So now we can set the paratroopers to an order. And we can do Port Said. Not that order. We'll want to do this. And that way they'll be completely cut off. So we'll do 2 units here. Let's see. And the other 2 units will go here. And hopefully we'll get those guys ready to go. And it looks like we can instantly do this. So they're going. Let's get these Marines over here so we can use them to help push these enemies after we make a landing. And they're not going because... why? Why are they not going? Not sure what. Okay, some have landed. Oh, I see. There's resistance there. Okay, so I thought we had enough intel to be able to see that. Unfortunate. I thought they had that undefended. It makes sense that they would have it defended. But we're going to lose those paratroopers. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I don't think we'll be doing anything with the paratroopers there. That's okay. So we want to keep pushing up here into Greenland. Let's go and speed it up, so it's going to take a little while. So we've taken that. Let's keep moving into that tile. And let's see, we want to get the next thing here. Let's get the nuclear research as our next focus. And I'm just going to do speed 5 here. try and get into the rest of Greenland so that we can take that focus. It takes forever to move in Greenland. It's crazy. Let's get some infrastructure building here now that we control the tile. And let's actually get some air bases, radar, and even ports building. We need to turn Greenland into a bunker for our purposes. And should be able to get the UK pushed out of here relatively quick. Let's also get a garrison order over here in the region. It seems like we already did. I'm assuming we set that way back. Okay, and we have taken Greenland. So if I'm not mistaken, now that that's done, we can proclaim the new order. So let's go and click the button. We are now the Greater German Reich. Look at that beautiful color. Yep, so now we are the Greater German Reich. We have some more cores. So here in North Slovenia. I don't think we have cores on that Poznan. So this here. We have cores on. I think we have it in Gdynia as well. If we didn't already. And not this territory here. Actually, we do. Well, that's Silesia. So we got basically everything connecting here. And I don't know if we have Alsace-Lorraine yet. Let's see. We already cored that, I think, when we did the one focus. Reintegrate it. Yep. So we've got, I think, all the cores that we can get. Plus this one, actually, which is interesting. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. We made a lot of progress. Invaded the UK, turned it into a puppet. Took back Greenland, Iceland, Faroe Islands, Jan Mayen. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and leave off the episode here. Probably not going to be another episode till after Christmas, but if you're enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you're enjoying it. Let me know what you want to see next. And make sure you go vote in the poll in the community section on my channel to let me know what country you want me to play after we capitulate the US when we return after Christmas. Thanks for watching.